racing now. Zonza in front now. It's Zonza with Benaria coming at her. Zonza by 3/4 to Benaria and Two Sugars, and the New Zealand mare is too good, Zonza.
Silent Achiever broke away now with 100 metres to go. Fiorente on the inside, but Silent Achiever, the mare does it again.
Great field, and she was better than them. You know, she's been close to it a long time.
Here's Sheriff. Sheriff went up and hit the lead from Gundown Joe's Legacy, Bill Ragazzo, but Sheriff, a very good horse in the making.
Well, today we're going to see how right Tony Lee is, with the Sheriff lining up second up for Roger James, and he joins us live on the phone here on the Punters Lounge Live. Roger, good morning to you. We just turned back time to a couple of your Australian wins. You've got Sheriff lining up today. In terms of the operation at home, things starting to get pretty exciting. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. Yeah, it's an exciting time of the year. You know, unlike probably the last 4 or 5 years, I've got a nice team around me, I believe.
Well, Sheriff, first of all, I suppose, Roger, is how did he wake up this morning? Is everything all good?
Yeah, look, he woke up, looked out the door and thought, I don't know whether I want to go to the races in this rain, but his boss has made a decision for him, and I don't know whether it's the right one, but I took everything into account and thought, well, if we're sitting in Sydney in the autumn and we get a similar track, we won't really know whether he's capable or not. So we're going there as a learning curve more than anything. I don't think he will be at his best on it, but other than that, I think he looks well placed in the race. He's got very little weight on his back. He's got a nice draw, and I think the mile at the stage of his preparation will be right up his alley. The track conditions will probably take the brilliance off him, but let's wait and see.
In terms of what you have been handed, Roger, the cards that you have been dealt, what would be the ideal scenario for him in running? Where would you like to see him settle?
Oh, look, as with every horse, I think you get the best out of them if they get into a rhythm. And, you know, I'm a great believer in not changing horses' patterns because of so-called track bias or weather conditions or whatever. I do believe you find the best by letting them get into a rhythm, and that's what Danielle will be asked to do. And look, he's got brilliance on top of the ground, and you know, probably enough brilliance to win a lot of races. But you know, we've just got to hope that the track doesn't dent that today.
Is this the sort of style that you think that we're going to see through his career, get back and run home over the further trips?
I don't necessarily say he has to get back. I just want him to get into a rhythm. From a 3-draw, he might bounce and be midfield or just ahead. We wouldn't know. You know, I don't say he has to get back. We haven't seen a lot of him, and you know, we've been learning as we've gone. We've been trying to teach him to stay all in 3 runs, his first 3 runs of his life, and we've probably ridden him conservatively to try and get that result. But he's growing up now, and he's got to put his big boy pants on shortly, and you know, we really want to know what we are playing with.
You've got 2 other runners in today at Matamata. You've got Dream On and Elate. What do you make of those 2, Roger?
Look, Dream On's been going solid races, and I think a little cut in the ground will really help her. You know, her runs have both been good. Elate, I really struggled with this morning as to whether to run her. She had 2 runs on a wet track last year, and the results weren't great. We are not certain whether it was the track conditions or whether it was her still learning. She did draw wide on both occasions. Her work on Tuesday morning, you just wouldn't wish to see a 3-year-old filly work better. So we're going into that guessing a little bit too, but again, we've got to find out whether she does or doesn't, and probably better to do that today in a race like today's rather than at group enlisted level.
Okay, she draws barrier number 2 in race number 4. Just want to take you to Harbour, where you've got one runner in there. Mon Recur for the punters at home. How much improvement has there been in your eyes since the first up effort?
Look, it's hard to quantify improvement with her because she doesn't tell you a lot on the training track. Having said that, I'm happy with her, and I think really with a little bit different luck on season debut, she would have been hard to beat. She was a while getting clear and found the line very, very strongly the last bit. So, again, she looks well placed today, but and will handle the track. But she will be better when she goes a mile.
Okay, Roger, what's your best of the day?
Hard one with the track conditions. Had it been a good track, I would have named one of the Matamata horses, but probably I'd have to go Mon Recur.
All right, Roger, all the best today. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Matt.
There's Roger James. Yes, we saw some of the wonderful horses that he's had along the years. Silent Achiever springs to mind, and and the Valachi Downs colours that bring us the Punters Lounge live this morning.